When it comes to narcissistic people, they're incredibly exploitative people. They feel entitled to get their needs met. They're arrogant, which often comes across as confidence, and they lack the empathy to care about how their toxic behaviour negatively impacts those around them. They just rewrite it within their own minds and gaslight other people into believing that it was the other person's fault and the narcissist was in the right. Narcissistic people are very aware of the perception that they're selling to those around them, and in order to get away with their behaviour, they want to earn people's respect. They want to earn people's trust. They want to earn people's loyalty so that people sort of blindly follow them. They also want to create it so that people no longer think for themselves and go through the narcissist, so that the narcissist can manipulate the script to work in their favour. And there's a few ways they go about this, and one of those is by acting nice, by playing nice. They are the masters of actors in order to get their needs met. Now, they can come on strong with that excessive flattery, that excessive insincere praise. Now, as one of the love languages is words of affirmation, so people can compliment other people and people can feel happy that they've received that compliment. People can compliment other people and people can think, that feels a bit icky, not quite sure how to take compliments, it's not really for me. We are all individuals. Yet narcissistic people will butter you up with flattery to try and get you to feel confident. Even if you don't like flattery, they'll keep going and keep going. They can sort of make you laugh in some ways with their flattery. And they're going to go out of their way to flatter you so that you trust them, so that you like them, so that you admire them, so that you feel indebted to them in some way, which makes it easier for them to then manipulate you. They kind of have that selective hearing. So a narcissistic person will hear everything you say. However, they only listen to the parts that work in their best interest. So it can seem very much like they're listening to you when what they're doing is they're hearing you and then extracting the information that they can use against you. Be it learning your desires, your hobbies, your dreams, your goals, so that they can mirror them and match them. And you feel like you've met someone you've got a lot in common with, when they've just borrowed your dreams and your goals to sell straight back to you. Or when they're listening to your mistakes to later down the line use them against you to try and sort of manipulate you, because we're all human, we've all made those mistakes. So they have that selective listening, so it can feel like they really care about you, when what they're doing is hearing what they can use against you to manipulate you. The excessive giving of gifts. Now, again, the giving of gifts can be a love language. So if that's someone's primary love language, they might be very forthcoming in giving gifts, and there's nothing manipulative in it. It's just who they are as a person, which is why it's so easy to fall for a narcissist who's giving you those excessive gifts and taking you on those extravagant trips and offering you those grand gestures of kindness. And it's creating that sense of indebtedness within you and that sense of obligation within you, which you'll notice when a narcissist turns around and says, after all I've done for you. Now, yes, you can do loads for a narcissistic person, and then you can ask them a simple thing and they say no, and it doesn't sort of negatively impact them. You can just ask them to pass you something, and you can sit there and think, after all I've done for them. And that's your kind of light bulb moment that it's not equal. when it comes to any form of relationship, there needs to be that equalness in there. Yes, people can be going through things, so they might be running at 20% and hopefully their partner's running at 80%, and then vice versa, or 50-50. Yet it kind of evens up. Or if you're both at 20%, you can recognise that it's just not going to happen today. Or you might be both at 100% on some days. It varies. However, with a narcissistic person, it's mainly you doing everything while they get away with manipulating so that they can do the bare minimum, and they will create that sense of obligation within you to create that power dynamic so that they can take advantage of you to get their own desires met. The charm offensive. Narcissistic people are more than capable of captivating an audience or an individual person to gain enablers and flying monkeys to their side, to support them, to feel sorry for them, to abuse other people by proxy. They are the masters of illusion, and they are the masters of acting with their charismatic charm. And they are drawing people literally into their web of deceit to influence people into liking them, into believing them, so that those people live on the narcissist terms and do the narcissist dirty work for them. Shifting the blame so that people feel sorry for them, people feel bad for them, people don't recognise the error of the narcissist ways, and as the narcissist has shifted the blame and rewrote the scripts, they don't recognise it either. They believe it's everyone else's fault. Playing the victim to gain the sympathetic attention, so you almost daren't call them out on it because they are the victim. I think it was Sam Vaknin that said, you are not a victim, you have been victimised. When you get into that victim mindset, it becomes an identity. And with a narcissist, it often becomes their identity. So when you have been victimised by somebody, it doesn't make you a narcissist to go into that victim mindset. However, if you do go into that victim mindset, it's going to become your identity, and then it's going to become your reality. So you have to find a way to break free from that. Narcissistic people are also very good at playing the martyr. Oh, yeah, I would do that, but I've had to do this for so-and-so. So they're constantly claiming to sacrifice themselves for the benefit of another person so that people admire them and praise them and tell them how well they're doing. They do this in that intimate relationship where they sink somebody for depression and then tell everyone how they're trying to support that person, taking that person to the doctors and helping that person oh so much. So people think, oh wow, you're a really supportive person, when the narcissist is actually the one who's destroying their partner. So when it comes to narcissistic people, they play games that are just similar to normal human interactions that people can do on a genuine level. People can give somebody a compliment. People can give somebody a gift. People can walk into a room and just make people laugh for various reasons. When the other person is at fault, someone can actually say, hey, actually, that wasn't me. That was them, because it was the other person. They're not shifting the blame. They're not taking responsibility for something they're not responsible for. Some people can think, oh, I really need to get this done, but my child needs to go there, so I've got to take my child there. And they can be just stressed out and say, oh, I was supposed to do this, but I had to do that. And they're just in that moment. And as people can do these things, as people can be the victim because they were victimised by somebody, it's hard to differentiate between somebody who is just being themselves and somebody who's been a narcissist and manipulating. Time is the thing that actually shows us getting to know people for who they are and not who they sell themselves to be, getting to know whether people do take responsibility for their own behaviour, do take ownership of their own past mistakes, do learn from good things, do apologise to people, take responsibility, be remorseful, repair the damage. takes time in getting to know people for who they are and not who they sell themselves to be. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support of the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life and how you can handle yourself around them if you can't go no contact. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people if you cannot go no contact. I shall link those into the description also if you'd like to check them out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.